All right. Trade recap for today. And yes, I did manage to catch a 1 to 16 RR trade. That shit does not even sound real. It shouldn't sound real. Do not try to catch 1.1 to 16 RR trades. Honestly, I didn't. Yeah, this trade was insane. I love like the outcome of it, right? Obviously, I got a lot. Like the outcome was the profit was bigger, but it like 1 to 16 itself, the only thing it does is it highlights my greed, right? So that's why I honestly have trades that I like better that were modest risk to reward ratios like 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 4 than I do like a 1 to 16. Okay, so I know, yeah, I know this isn't like something to brag about like too much. Obviously, it's pretty cool, but it's not something to brag about in my opinion. So I know, yeah, I gotta stay more careful. So for all y'all out there, oh, are you dumb? This is just shows your greed. Yeah, I know it does. I gotta stay even more careful now because now I like really know that I get really greedy sometimes, and that's just something I gotta work on as a beginner into this shit, right? So let's just go through it real quick. Um, I move my camera so y'all could see. I'm gonna move it back. Don't worry. So let's just prove that I took this trade here, big trade here at 1.04863 and 1.0. Whoa. That's the take profit price. The sell price was 1.05175. That's when I sold, and these are both my take profit prices. 1.05175, 1.051, 1.05175, 1.05. There is no way. I literally just went onto this and it said the right pip amount. Let me refresh it. God, this looks so bad on my end. I'm sorry. Okay, let me go. All right. There we go. See, now y'all can see that I'm not lying. It was this funding pips tripping out. All right, here. Let's go back on it. No cuts. You just see no cuts. I just refreshed the page. All right, let me full screen it again. 1.075 is when I sold. I don't know why I said a different number. 1.05175 right there. As you can see, that's the black price on the right. That's when I sold. Position was entered, and then these two other positions which I lost was this trade and this trade right here. So let's get into it really quickly. All right, coming in, there was a daily fair value gap. Oh, let me move my camera back. There was a daily fair value gap that we were inverting. Yeah, right now it's not inverted, obviously. Right, this is the daily fair value gap here. Obviously, right now it's not inverted. It rejected off of it, but we were inverted here. And that's how I knew we're gonna reject off it, right? Because it's really hard for a really high time frame candle to reject to inverse a fair value gap the entire day. There's more of a chance of it rejecting and reacting off of it, right? Because it's a fair value. That's what it's supposed to do. It's abnormal. Whoa, I just lagged. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to reject. Fair value gaps are meant for rejections. It's kind of abnormal for it to just inverse over it the entire time. So because of that, I knew we are gonna get a little bit of down movement before we make some movement towards this weekly fair value gap, but that's a little bit. It's only Monday. It's a little bit far off into the week, so I was only focused on the daily fair value gap. Now let's get into the trades that we took. Let's get on to the 1 minute. So knowing that, now I look for what? A major liquidity sweep. You guys know my strategy. A major liquidity sweep, but we don't really get that, right? So I look for like usually the past session highs because that's what gets taken first. Past session highs were taken hours ago, right? See, past session highs. London ends at like 2 a.m. It starts at 2 a.m. and it ends at 6 or 7 a.m. Central Time and my time. And so we've already like passed these highs a while ago. So there's no really like major like liquidity that I'd like to see sweep. And because of that, I need more confluences to actually enter into a trade, right? But I didn't wait for that. So that's why I was really impatient for these two trades. So all I did was I looked for a displacement, right? Which happened. So my first confluence, I stayed a little bit more patient for this trade. I waited for this to hit, which it did, to make some reaction off here. And it breaks this 1 minute structure. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. Creates a fair value gap in this change of state of delivery area with that 1 minute being broken. Mm-mm-mm. No, you can't just look for a low time for like a 1 minute breaker structure if you don't have a major liquidity sweep. If all you swept was like, I think this wasn't even a sweep. This whole thing was just a rejection off of like a really old 15 minute fair value gap. So because of that, I need more like a higher time frame to tell me that we're in an official market structure shift to the downside. But no, this candle does not show that we're in official market structure shift to the downside. It rejects off the changing state of delivery area, and I did not see that. I thought it was going to reject and close. I thought the body was going to close under it, but it didn't. And because of that, when I entered, I'm obviously going to get stomped out because the market's just going to look for more buy side liquidity, more people like me to just think that we're automatically in a bearish market and take our money. That's exactly what I did, what they did. And then now it kind of accumulates into this area and forms a order block here for this 3 minute. And it kind of plays around in this order block area. And I didn't really like that. But regardless, another forced trade. Because I thought that order block was kind of like a resistance area. It created displacement, takes out these lows on that 1 minute. And then I'm pretty sure this one I waited for that 3 minute to be taken out. Yeah, I waited for that 3 minute to be taken out. I was like, okay, that's fine. It's not fine. Because this 1 minute obviously did not hold because what? I need an even higher time frame. So I knew, okay, I need an even higher time frame. This 5 minute didn't even work out, honestly. I needed a 15-minute, market structure, like a 15-minute change day delivery. And as you can see, this candle right here did not. It just wicked off of it, right? So that's why I get stomped out once again. And then now I tell myself I'm going to stay even more patient, right? And I even told myself I wasn't going to take this trade, but the setup was just way too good, right? So let's go through it. This now is the 1-to-16 RR trade. Now I wait for a big change in state delivery. I need that 15-minute to just boom through the short-term low, and it does. A huge candle here, which is exactly what I like to see. I love big candles. Like, gets me feeling some type of way when I see big candles like that, right? Especially when it creates a fair value gap, especially when it breaks structure, especially when it kills those short-term lows, and especially when it takes out those 15-minute fair value gaps below, so I don't have to worry about it when my trade's going to approach those later on because it's already been mitigated, right? So big 15-minute fair value gap, big makes like a little move down, right? But with that big of a move, there's obviously going to be some sort of retracement incoming, and that's exactly what it does. Remember that 15-minute fair value gap that I showed? Guess what? Within that 15-minute fair value gap, there's a 5-minute fair value gap, and there's a 1-minute fair value gap. Also, look at equilibrium. Equilibrium, we're above it. We're in premium zones. So that tells me that's a point of reversal as well. So that's another point of confluence. Just build up your confluences, honestly. And then my stop loss here this was my only mistake. I got way too greedy on my stop loss. Didn't get stomped out. Let me show you how close I got to getting stomped out. This was how close I got to getting stomped out. Obviously, my stop loss should have been above this candle. That would have been the perfect trade. I would have been really, really happy if this was the trade, honestly. I'm still happy, of course, with the outcome of this trade, but the trade itself, I would have been happier if it was not, instead of being above a 5-minute fair value gap, the end of a 5-minute fair value gap here, if it was actually above like the second the second candle here, or the first candle here, above this point in liquidity. That would have been like the perfect trade. But regardless of that, we still make our move down, and then my final confluence, kind of like the nail in the coffin, was this displacement here, creating a fair value gap, and it rejecting and then breaking the structure. This candle here, as soon as that candle hit, I was like, okay, I'm pretty confident that this trade's gonna hit. And now here's like the recording of it. Probably can't see that well. Let me turn this off. Alright, I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. So I was basically just talking to myself, taking myself through the trade, switching through time frames. This is what you should be doing, switching through time frames literally every 30 seconds to look for any points of reversals, to look for anything that can fuck up your trade, right? So anything that can fuck up your trade, or anything that will like signals you that your trade will pan out, right? So that's what I'm looking for. Anything in your trade. You shouldn't be just sitting there or walking away from your desk and coming back to see whether your trade hit or not. You should always be looking to see if there's anything that'll reverse your trade, or anything that's going to make you more confident. Taking partials, things like that is how you become, like, you know, an active trader, and actually maximizing your potential. You're maximizing your percentage to actually win a trade. So it's gonna come down here. I got a little nervous here. This one I get a little nervous because I've had multiple instances when it barely reaches that low hanging fruit and just reverses.
where we have to be
You can
careful
kind
because
of
sometimes
tell.
this
It took a
dude,
while
it
to hit
should
this little
here.
zone here, and watch my reaction.
If it doesn't hit, so past 10. Okay, so give this 10 seconds, and then when this new minute starts, if it doesn't hit after this minute, as soon as that minute ends, I'm gonna have to get out this trade. But wow, you can't make this up, man. This is 50 minutes about to end. A minute left.
Just wait
Can we
for
hit
it.
our hit take profit? It really wants to go up. I think it's about to lose selling power.
All
Boom,
right.
baby. Come on. Stop fucking playing. Big snipe.
Yeah, I can't hear right now, but I heard it before and I got a little bit excited. I tried to stay emotionless, but it's a 1 to 16. So, yeah, honestly, that's pretty much what happened for today. I'm pretty much done for the week. Honestly, I 400. I'm only $90 away from passing my phase one. Obviously, I'm not gonna look at it like that though. I can't look at it like that. I shouldn't be looking at it like that. I should just be taking it as another trade. I shouldn't even looking at the profit goals, honestly, because it's gonna mess up your psychology and everything. But yeah, dude, if I don't trade tomorrow, if I don't see anything perfect tomorrow, I most likely won't trade for the rest of the week because it's Monday. Wednesday, I'm heading back home to spend Thanksgiving with my family. But y'all should too. Y'all should not be staying on these charts 24/7. That's not good for you, bro. Staying on this shit 24/7 is not good for you because you start seeing shit that's not there. Go to the gym, get up from your desk, talk to your friends, talk to your family, take some time for yourself, enjoy what you want to do. If you like playing video games, play some video games. If you have another side hustle that you like to do, work on that side hustle, eat some good food this Thanksgiving. All right. Um, and yeah, I don't think I got anything else, bro. But I'm blessed for the couple of y'all that watch me. I appreciate y'all for real. The people who join my Discord. I'm sorry, I'm not really good with like keeping in touch through Discord. If you guys have actual questions, Instagram would probably be the best. But I appreciate every single one of y'all, bro. More trades like this to come, hopefully, with less greed. Gotta be careful. But other than that, nothing much else, man. Just stay safe for me when you're at Thanksgiving. Whatever y'all do at Thanksgiving, just stay safe, eat good food, de-stress. Y'all deserve it. And yeah, peace out, bro. God bless.